technology. And technology in me and my world. For my birthday is October 2nd, 2003. My nickname is Cutie, and interesting facts about me is that I play soccer, I would do anything for brownies, and I love music. My goal to what I want to be when I grow up is to be a lawyer. My contribution to the world is recycling, and my dedication is to my whole family. In art, I did my cubism picture. There was more other pictures, which was the blue period and the red period. In the red period, Pablo Picasso, which is the artist of these pictures, he fell in love. And in the blue period, his friend died. And Cubism was just one that he would do pretty much any time. In math, my left foot is about 7 inches, and my right foot is about 18 centimeters. There's more centimeters because it's smaller and I can fit more into my foot. My house number is 51, but I couldn't do that because it was too small, so I did 2003, my birth year. There's lots of ways you can write it, like in written form, 2003. You can do 2000, 0, 100, 0, 10s, and 3 1s. 2003 is an odd number. 2000, 0, 100, 0, 10s, and plus 3 1s. And 2000s and 3 1s. In science, I learned solid, liquid, and gas. And for solid, I did a book and a vase. For liquid, I did inside of a coffee cup is coffee, and in the lake, there's water. Inside of a balloon, and for gas, I did inside of a balloon is helium, but sometimes there's gas. Inside of soccer ball, there's gas or helium. And natural forces, water is a natural force that is in the life cycle that can go up to the clouds but come back down to Earth. Also, water is a liquid that we learned about in Chapter 1, Exploring Matter, my favorite. Wind is a natural force that moves air. Wind also helps us by moving a windmill. It helps us by not being sweaty hot all the time. And if there was no wind, the season fall would not exist. Gravity is a natural force that pulls things to the center of the earth. Gravity also helps us stay on the ground and not make us float up into the air. Magnetism is a natural force that can push north and south, but pull north and south together. Magnetism also is a rock that back then they would hang on their ship and tell them which way they're going, like a compass rose. For my Florida temperatures, I drew myself in the winter playing in the snow, which is usually in the winter it's usually 50 degrees. And in spring, I drew my sister smelling the flowers because that's what she likes to do, and it's usually 65 degrees. In summer, I'm right beside a tree because usually I like to be by trees because it's real hot and they keep me under the shade. And it's usually 85 degrees. In fall, I drew my mom raking the leaves and I'm jumping into a pile. And it's usually 70 degrees. In social studies, I did my North America map. USA is a purplish pink color, and Alaska is part of it even though it's not connected. Canada is pink. Greenland is gold. And Mexico is lime green, but I forgot to put Canada on there, but it's orange. The border is black. The country's capital is Washington, D.C., and it's a star with a circle around it. The city's capital is a star. In Spanish, I did La Familia, and that's my family. And I'm Yo. My aunt is La Tia. My uncle is El Tio. My grandpa is El Abuelo. My grandma is La Abuela. My dad is El Papa, and my mom is La Mama. For my biography, I did Christopher Columbus. And these are the differences. I was born October 2nd, 2003. He was born on October 31st, 1506. I was born, I traveled some and he traveled a lot. I was born in Florida and he was born in Italy. I have a good life and he has a hard life because there was not that much food and everything. I never sailed far from home and he has. I'm not an ancestor and he is. These are the same. We were both born in October. We traveled. We love reading. We learned to read and write we learned how to read and write in Spanish. We have sailing experience and our family's ancestors. And that's my GBD. I did a blue dog, and he came and visited us in the multi-purpose room, which was over there. He told us many things about him, and I drew a painting of a background and him and blue dog in it. In the background, it's warm colors, and he is made out of cool colors. I made him ding-donging on the castle. Over here, I did not draw this one. I cut it out. I think it was Henry Matisse that did this one. He said that I paint with scissors. And what he means by that is he cuts things out and he glues it on a piece of paper and it ends up his painting.
Very nice.
I did seaweed and leaves as a background, and I did just me jumping up in the air, and that is the rest of my GBD.
Very good.
Good girl.
Alyssa, can you tell me, why did he paint with scissors? Why didn't he stand up and paint with a brush?
Because he was in a wheelchair and he couldn't really get up and the paint and everything, so.
Very good. And do you remember the artist of the Blue Dog?
No, I forgot.
George Rodrigue.
Okay.
And you remember that because that blue dog right there looks as good as his. And Mother should frame it because Mr. Rodrigue sells his blue dogs for $3,000 a piece. So I'm telling you, yours is as good as his. Very good. All right, on your biography about Christopher Columbus, you did a really nice job on your written part. That was a beautiful book. Tell me why you think he helped save our world.
Because he discovered America and no one else did before.
Okay, very good. Now you said you wanted to be a lawyer. Do you like to argue?
I do it with my sister.
Okay. You said on your number house that your number was odd. What's an odd number?
It's a number that's either 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and if it's at the end of the number, which 3 is at 2003, then it's not a number.
Okay, and so what's an even number?
It's 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10.
All right, very good. And so any combination of numbers that has a 3 or a 7 or a 9 can be an odd number if it's on the end. Is that correct? Yep. All right, now look at your natural forces. Tell me, what is gravity?
Gravity is, if I remember right, it's up there, and it pushes us down instead of floating up into the air, which I like about that because I don't want to float all the time because plus it would make you tired and things like that.
So if I go out in space, do I have gravity?
Yep.
You think so? Is it going to pull me back to Earth?
No.
What's going to happen to me?
You're just going to float around.
Okay. I don't want to do that either. You did a wonderful job. Your board is well organized and very colorful. You did a nice job.
Tyler Amiel helped me.
Of course. Bravo.
Good job, baby.
You're all finished.
Good job, baby.
Good. Tell them thank you.